Bi-week vibrations. Bi-week vibrations. If you woke up this morning, you're blessed. Never forget that. There's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff. And football is great. But just to be able to live another day um, is honestly more important. And is really what matters. Mid-season awards, bi-week vibrations, bi-week vibrations. Let's let some people get in here. It's crazy. I'm actually watching the Bears game. It's on behind me, so that's cool. Let's let some people get in. Um, this year is actually going a lot better than I think that people could honestly. Um, this year honestly is going better than people really may think. What's going on, everybody? Like I said, you woke up this morning, you're blessed. Let's remember that part. Before we talk football, and after you guys jump off this live, um, I actually just dropped a video, so make sure you guys send that around. It's on Damone Clark and why he's playing over Jabril Cox, or why I feel like he's playing over Jabril Cox. What's going on, y'all? Let a few more people get in here. Let the numbers run up, and then we'll get going. Like I said, bi-week, off-week vibrations, so we can kind of turn back, kind of reset. I think is always good for players to get a week off. You know, these guys are human. Um, let them get a week off. Let the front office get a week off. Let these guys just, watch football. What's going on, everybody? Antonio, Kevin, Ivan, everybody. Justin. No, Steve. I don't want to bury the lead too much, but with Jabril Cox, I think he's been a healthy scratch, and I think that um, he's not getting the looks simply because right now he's not better than Damone Clark, or he's not able to do what the coaching staff wants him to do. So, I mean, that's kind of, I would say that's the reason. Yeah, you know, yeah. I don't want to. I want to bury the lead because I want y'all to go watch the video. Anyway, let's get to these off-season awards. So, I got I got six awards that I want to give out. Most improved, best lineman, best D lineman, best DB, MVP, and biggest surprise. Actually, we'll do biggest surprise and MVP last. So, first and foremost, let's start with the most improved. Now, most improved can be any position group. It can be any player. But I have my thoughts, but I kind of wanted to make this interactive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm gonna say the category. So right now we're gonna go most improved, and I want you guys up to this point. We played so we played 8 games. Literally, we're right at the midway point of the season, and I love what we got it. Who is the most improved on the Dallas Cowboys? Now, Drew P. Maher is actually a really good answer that I did not think about, but that's not my answer. But if enough people say Maher, Drew, we can go with Maher. But I want to make this interactive. So right now, chat box, let's get active. Do that for me. Who is the most improved on the Cowboys? Mm, I want it. Come on, y'all. Jump in there. Jump in there, chat box. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of Tyler Biotish. Most improved. Come on, y'all. Tyler. Jump in there, y'all. Jump in the chat box. Is it Tyler? What about Terrence Steele? Donovan Wilson could be a great answer. Tony P. I'm not gonna go Tony P. All right. Chat box is spoken. Now, I'm gonna give my answer, but we're gonna go with Tyler Biotish. But my answer was 100% Terrence Steele. Um, but Maher is great. It's a great answer, and Tyler Biotish will be the answer on the Cowboys Nation TV channel. So Tyler Biotish is our most improved, and I'll post all of these. I'm gonna type them right now. So most improved, we're gonna go with Tyler Biotish mid-season award, guys, because you guys spoke and you guys wanted it to be Tyler Biotish, and you guys went. Um, Tyler Biotish has been so good that I've forgotten kind of just how good he's really been. Um, center was kind of like um, I wouldn't say a position of need, but something that we may have had to think about in the offseason had things went awry. And all he did this year was come in and completely lock in. The reason why I'm gonna go Terrence Steele was because all I heard off season, all this whole off season was, you know, we need Lyle Collins. It was a mistake losing him. And all you see is Lyle Collins playing with the Bengals and honestly just not playing good football. And all I see with Terrence Steele, yes, yes, Terrence Steele at times is not, I wouldn't say, yes, at times Terrence Steele is not the best tackle in the league. But when you're talking about just a run blocking mauler, give me Terrence Steele. Somebody just that he just wants to lean on you all game. He run blocks with such good technique. Um, I really like Terrence Steele. But Chatbox gave me Tyler Biadasz, and that's a really good answer. I think that Biadasz, badass, whatever you want to call him, snaps have been great. He's picking up blitzes great. He's digging people out there in the run game. He's climbing next level. He's playing really good football. Ugh. Man, I'm tired, guys, but I had to do this live for y'all. Once you yawn once, it starts to get you. And you already know how the tired jokes go. Okay. Most improved. We're gonna go Tyler Biadasz. Here we go. Best lineman offensively. Best lineman. Who we going with, guys? This one may surprise you. Best lineman. There we go. Now we're starting to get the participation that I wanted. There we go. Sir's reboot. Funny. There has to be one troll. There has to be one person actually like that. Let's get Surge on the screen. That was funny. Best lineman, guys. It's going to be Zach Martin. We're not going to overthink it. Now, a close second. Tyler Smith has not been the best lineman, but I just want to mention him because I think that he's played really, really well to be thrown into a starting tackle role, and you just forget about him because of how good he's played. You got to love the person, the player, and the man that Tyler Smith is, the young man that Tyler Smith is. But it's 100% Zach Martin. I think we can move on. I think that Zach Martin is the constant all pro. I mean, you see him getting next level. You see him pulling, you see him wrapping around, doing what he's supposed to do. And you know the cool thing about Zach this year that I've loved is I don't remember Zach Martin being as vocal, right? And so you see him in post game doing stuff. It's just really cool, man. But um, Zach Martin has definitely been the best lineman, and we're talking offensively. All right, here we go. Best D lineman. Who's been the best D lineman? Best defensive lineman. Who has been the best defensive lineman? Who has been the best defensive lineman? Who has been the best defensive lineman? Come on, y'all. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Come on, y'all. Give me some answers now. The low hanging fruit is Micah Parsons, but to me, the answer, without question, Demarcus Lawrence. You know, I've said I truthfully think that D Law is quite possibly having an all pro season. We just forget it because of how good Micah Parsons is and how much he's taken over this team with all now the splash plays that he's making. But we really forget just how good and how dominant Demarcus Lawrence is. We forget how dominant Demarcus Lawrence is. Demarcus Lawrence is playing better than last year, without question. Without question. And yes, Demarcus Lawrence didn't have his best game last week. He had a lot of pressures. He was in the backfield, just didn't break down. And I told you guys all week who Justin Fields was. Nobody wanted to believe me. I tweeted it and I got attacked by a bunch of Philly fans and the whole nine. I say, yo, Justin Fields is, give him a few weapons, give him a few years, and he's going to be a nice player. I said it all week. I did. So D Law, man, is really, really special. And again, you will never appreciate just how good he is against the run. You never will. People, they don't appreciate how good he is against the run. D Law, I'm telling you guys, is really, really special. D Law is very, very special, guys. He is. You know, against the run, he can just flat out do it, man. He can. All right, here we go. So we got D Law as our best defensive lineman. Let's move this thing right along. You guys are doing a great job helping me get these awards out because this is good stuff. All right, here we go. Best receiver. I think this one is pretty easy. Best receiver. Who's it been? Best receiver up to this point. Who's it been? And this is actually kind of hard. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's kind of weird because they haven't had their quarterback. The quarterback's been there for 3 games really, and that's also why I've been screaming at the offense is fine and no, we don't need a receiver in. I know it sucks. You know, we see excuse me, Amari Cooper go crazy on Monday night, and we're like, man, this team is terrible. Why would we give away Amari Cooper? And I get it. And Amari Cooper is really, really good. but I still think that we're okay. No, we're not going to say that CeeDee Lamb has low football IQ. When you talk about that interception, that was a bad throw on Dak Prescott's part. It happens. That wasn't on CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb is still learning the game. This is his third year. He's going to be fine. He's going to be a 14. CeeDee Lamb will probably finish between 1,200 and 1,400 yards this year. The interception was not on CeeDee Lamb, guys. It wasn't. He'll have some explosion games. Just keep waiting on it. We play some teams where Lamb will have some games. He's actually looked a lot better as a route runner. This is his first week back with his quarterback, where his quarterback is really going, and he's the offense put up 49 points. So CeeDee Lamb has been your best receiver, about 500 yards. And I think that they're still clicking. They're still trying to get it going. And I think that they will. I think that they you love CeeDee Lamb when he's getting hole shots and when they're using him in play action and they can get him a lot of hole shots. And I think that's when he's at his best. I think that's when Lamb is at his best. But I do think that Lamb is going to be fine. I do. I know that we wanted to get a receiver. I know that we wanted to get Brandon Cooks, but I think that CeeDee Lamb is going to be fine. All right, here we go. Best DB. Best DB. Who's been the best DB this year? Again, this one shouldn't be too hard. Who's been the best defensive back? Cool, Diggs. Absolutely, I agree. I believe that Diggs has been our best DB. Guys, we got a Philly trolling here, and it's close between Diggs. It's really close between Diggs and Donovan Wilson, but I'm gonna give the nod to Diggs only because he's been so sticky in coverage. And last year, they made up every stat in the book to make it seem like Diggs was just an awful DB who's just getting lucky interceptions. Like that's who Diggs was. He was getting lucky on every interception. When really that's BS. It is. Diggs honestly has been better than a lot of people. I didn't think Diggs would be this good in year 3. He's quite frankly he's flat out lockdown, man. He is. So Diggs has been your best defensive back with a very close second in Donovan Wilson. I don't want to say for 1 second, or I don't want people to think for 1 second that we don't appreciate Donovan Wilson. Because this team does, and Foots does appreciate Donovan Wilson. Okay. Foots does appreciate Donovan Wilson. And the way Donovan Wilson tackles, the way they use him in the box. I was watching all 22 today, just sitting watching just how many times he's in the box and how many times he's basically used as a linebacker in certain personnel packages. And Wilson is awesome, man. He is. He doesn't miss tackles. He flies around. He gives his body up. He's one of those reasons why you have a quote unquote great defense. Donovan Wilson is. He really, really is. All right, moving right along. Biggest surprise. This is one that I want us to have fun with, chat box. Who's been the biggest surprise of this team? Anybody. It could be your kicker. It could be Terrence Steele. It could be a corner. Who's been the biggest surprise of this team? I have one, but I want to get your all thoughts. Who's been the biggest surprise of these Dallas Cowboys? Who's been the biggest surprise? Who's been the biggest surprise? Okay, I like these answers. I like these answers a lot. Who's been the biggest surprise? Mm, this is a good one. You're not where you are if he didn't come in and drive the bus. It's a good one. Rushmerk 9. That's a really good one, buddy. You are not where you are if he didn't come in and drive the bus. Turpin has been really, really good, Kevin Brown. I agree. Turpin has, he's done what he's supposed to do. Maher is really underrated. Maher is really underrated. Tyler Smith stepped up. Sam Williams. Sam Williams. Yeah. Eternal Dynasty. Eternal. Eternal says Tober for bad reasons. Why? Why do we expect? Why are we expecting? Why do we expect Jalen Tober to be Jerry Rice right now on an offense that has Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, two great tight ends, a good O-line, and Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup? Where would Jalen Tober get targets right now? If he's not ready, there's a such thing as development. I think he can still develop and get better. When Michael Gallup was a rookie, there was a true need for a true third receiver. I don't think right now there's a need for that. And then not to mention, Noah Brown is probably right now a better player than Jalen Tober right now, and that's okay. But we're not going to give up on Jalen Tober. We're just not going to do that. But my answer, shout out to y'all. Half foots, you look sleepy. I actually am tired. I'm not gonna run from it. Foots is tired. I'm tired, but I'm gonna push. So I hate that I look sleepy. But I ran 3 miles today. Came home, did some core work. I pushed out one video, and now I'm doing this video. So I'm a little sleepy.
Someone was detected at your front door.
But we're gonna push. My answer, I got 2 answers. My 2 answers are Dorrance Armstrong and Noah Brown. Dorrance Armstrong and Noah Brown are my 2 most improved players on this team. Dorrance Armstrong, Noah Brown. Dorrance Armstrong, Noah Brown. I knew that Noah Brown was good, but I didn't know that he was that physical and that good finding the football and attacking the football. I didn't know, like, Noah Brown. He obviously showed it at Ohio State, but like he's locked in as like that guy being able to do that. And then Dorrance Armstrong he's part of the Rushman. He is. Oh, I'm gonna definitely get some rest, y'all. I'm gonna get some rest. Like, when you're tired, you gotta push. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna sit here. I ain't gonna fall asleep, but I'm tired. But you gotta push. I'm doing this for y'all, man, because you guys lock in with me. And in Dorrance, man, he's done everything that you've asked him. Like, if DeMarcus Lawrence is your best lineman, Dorrance has definitely this year been a close second, along with guys like Sam Williams who give you a little something. And it's been cool to see just how many D linemen that it's been really cool to see how many D linemen that we just keep churning out and churning out and churning out. So Dorrance Armstrong, who are the 2 I said? Dorrance Armstrong and Noah Brown definitely are my two biggest surprises. All right, so biggest surprises. Let me type this in. Biggest surprise. Lawrence and Noah. All right, MVP. I think this one goes without saying. Now I want to give Tony Pollard didn't win an award, but I want to give him a little bit of love just because you could kind of put him in that surprise category. I knew Tony Pollard was good. I knew Tony Pollard was great. I mean, the year we drafted him, it's on my channel. Like I can smile and talk my talk. The year that we drafted Pollard, I said, like, dog, like I said that Tony Pollard would be a steal. And Tony Pollard has been absolutely everything that we could think of. And, you know, I don't want him to be the lead back because guess what? You're going to need him in this playoff run. Why tear his body up? You don't drive a Corvette every day. You don't drive a Maybach every day. You drive your Camry and your runaround car every day. All right? Straight up. You don't drive a Corvette every day. You don't drive your Corvette every day. You drive your Corvette when you go into that show and you want to stunt. That's when you pull Tony out the box. Straight up. That's when you pull Tony out the garage. Now, Tony gonna have these games, and I think that Dallas needs to work on extending Tony Pollard. Like, Tony Pollard needs to be a Cowboy for the long run. But I think you always need to have a bruising back in Dallas because I just don't know how I don't know if Tony's body holds up the same way that a 21 does because it's physical in there, man. It is. It's physical in there. It's different. Like, we're just looking at it from the scope of like playing Madden, but dog, those hits start to add up. Zeke is just a different type of human being that he's able to take that type of punishment. A lot of people wouldn't be able to take that type of punishment. I'm just being honest with you. So, Tony Pollard, I just want to shout you out, home. It's like, shout out to you, Tony. Now, that's out the way. Who is this team's MVP? Everybody, right now. Everybody. We got 110 people watching. Everybody. Who is this team's MVP? Who is this team's MVP? Tell me right now. Who is this team's MVP? Who is this team's MVP? Let me know. Yeah. Everybody right now. Everybody right now. Everybody right now. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Special K. I knew he was going to come in with something crazy. Special K, that's my guy. I like his responses. What's up, Special K? We know what the MVP is, y'all. Micah Parsons is the MVP of this team. With his warts. Micah has warts now. There's times that you could take advantage of Micah Parsons, especially in the run game. But there's not a player in the league who demands the attention of Micah Parsons right now. And that's priceless. MVP worthy. There's not a player who runs to the football and who has the vibe, who's giving off the vibes that Micah Parsons is giving off right now. There's just not. There is not a player, there's not an athlete in the NFL who is 260. Nah, Mike's not 260, about 245, 250. There's not a player in the league who can run like Micah Parsons at that size. There's just not. And there's not a player in the league who, when you have a tackle who is a lesser tackle, who is going to go get the quarterback like 11. And Von Miller is really good, and I'm taking 11 every time. every time. No, I don't always like him in the run game. But Micah Parsons got a touchdown last week. Micah Parsons is the best player on your team. And up to this point, Micah Parsons has been the MVP of your team. DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong, all these guys are getting free because 11 is getting protection slid his way. Backs are chipping. As many players can't go out on their routes. All that because of 11. If you try to block him with 5, it could get ugly. If you have a lesser tackle, it will get ugly. Micah Parsons is the best player on this Cowboys team. Here go my awards, y'all. This was dope. Now, obviously,
Someone was detected at your front door.
my Ring camera's always going off. It's so annoying. Obviously, we got a long way to go. But if this team keeps playing like this, if this team keeps playing football like this, inspire football togetherness, playing together as a unit, I truthfully believe, man, we'll be there in the end. Like, Dallas has had a defense like this never that I've seen. You got to go back to when, some of our grandparents were watching football. You got to go back. I was going to do coaches, Marquise, but there's a players league. And these players are 100% making plays. To me, y'all, this team is special. If these guys continue to get better, this team, like even a Philly game, let's talk about a Philly game real quick. It bothers me so much because you know that with your starting quarterback, you mop Philly. Like you don't just beat Philly, you beat them by at least 10 points. You do. You beat Philly by at least 10 points. But the world doesn't know that because your quarterback didn't play. I love what this dude's saying. Cooks 18 mil? Nah. I love what April's saying. With Dak is a dub. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, April. Yes, ma'am. Like at the end of the day, y'all, I love this team. Those are my mid-season awards. I gave y'all 2 pieces of content tonight. Y'all go watch the new video. I am tired. Sadiq said it about Sadiqa Charles. Like whoever that person is, they've said it like 10 times. First you're tired. Yes, I'm very tired. I ain't gonna hold you. But I pushed through for y'all tonight. Listen, it's your boy Foots. I think I'm gonna come back on Thursday and do another topic, another live, and then I'll push out another video. But listen, this team is special. Those are my mid-season awards. I'm going to sleep because I got to work out in the morning. Peace.